The BRICS alliance, formed by Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, is a geopolitical and economic bloc that has reshaped the global landscape. Since its inception in the mid-2000s, BRICS has evolved from a concept of emerging markets into a strategic grouping that seeks to challenge the dominance of Western-led institutions like the G7, IMF, and World Bank. The growing discontent with the Western-dominated global economic system, the US dollar's global reserve currency status, and the shifting balance of power have all been critical drivers for the development of BRICS. The bloc has consistently advocated for a multipolar world order, economic equality, and sovereignty over economic systems, and has spearheaded discussions on alternative financial frameworks, such as de-dollarization. This topic is highly valuable and worth exploring due to its central role in ongoing geopolitical changes, particularly in 2024. As global interest grows around BRICS expansion, economic independence from the US dollar, and the bloc's efforts to solidify its influence, this subject is both relevant and engaging. With recent developments such as BRICS opening its doors to new members like Saudi Arabia and Iran, and its strategic role in the de-dollarization effort, it has become a key topic in global economic and political discourse. Before we dive deep, make sure to hit subscribe to Mwaki Insights. We bring you timely global updates that you won't find anywhere else. BRICS began with a simple idea. Back in 2001, Jim O'Neill, an economist at Goldman Sachs, coined the term BRIC, representing Brazil, Russia, India, and China. These countries were poised to become the world's future economic giants. It wasn't just a theory, it was a vision of a new global power shift. The early 2000s saw the rise of emerging economies and increasing dissatisfaction with the global financial institutions that favored the West. As Brazil, Russia, India, and China gained economic strength, they began to hold informal meetings to discuss shared interests. By 2009, the first official bricssummit was held in Yekaterinburg, Russia, a historic moment marking the formalization of the group. But this was just the beginning. In 2010, BRIC became BRICS as South Africa joined the bloc. The addition of South Africa added an important element, a gateway to the African continent, making BRICS a truly global entity. South Africa's inclusion was not just symbolic. It gave the group a foothold in Africa and expanded its reach in terms of resources, influence, and political power. BRICS now represented over 40% of the world's population, a significant portion of global GDP, and a unified voice in pushing for a multipolar world order. BRICS didn't just stop at political coordination. In 2014, the bloc made a bold move, the creation of the newdevelopmentbank, NDB. This financial institution was designed as an alternative to the World Bank and IMF. The NDB aimed to finance infrastructure and development projects, signaling BRICS' ambition to free itself from reliance on Western-dominated financial institutions. This wasn't just about money, it was about sovereignty. The BRICS nations were sending a clear message: we will chart our own course. With its growing influence, BRICS began to face geopolitical tensions. As the bloc solidified, it increasingly positioned itself against Western powers, particularly as Russia and China took the lead in advocating for alternatives to US-dominated systems. BRICS began asserting itself in global forums, taking stances on issues like climate change, trade wars, and international sanctions. This positioning made it a counterweight to the West. As the world saw the bloc grow, Western governments began to worry. BRICS wasn't just about economics anymore, it was about power. One of the most critical developments in recent years has been BRICS' push for de-dollarization. Led by Russia and China, the group has sought to reduce its reliance on the US dollar, potentially creating a new global currency for trade. De-dollarization isn't just about the dollar. It's about reshaping global power dynamics, and BRICS is pushing the world to rethink how we conduct international trade. This move could shift the global economy, leading to potential conflicts with the West and major implications for global finance. With Saudi Arabia, Iran, and Turkey expressing interest in joining BRICS, the bloc's influence is set to expand further. This could be the beginning of a new world order, with BRICS leading the charge. As more countries look to BRICS as a viable alternative to Western alliances, it's clear that BRICS is no longer just an economic alliance. It's a geopolitical powerhouse. BRICS has evolved from a simple acronym into a global force, reshaping the geopolitical landscape. The future is uncertain, but one thing is clear: BRICS is here to stay. If you've enjoyed this in-depth exploration of BRICS, make sure to hit subscribe to Mwaki Insights. Let us know in the comments what you think about BRICS' growing influence and share this video with your network.